Let's welcome Professor Ruth Martin to give our contestants some comments.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for your entertainment today. I am really, really impressed with the students and your abilities to get up and speak. And you're really amazing. And it also comes through about your teachers, okay, because they deal a lot with organization, and I want to just talk about organization a little bit. And they say it, you go, yeah, okay. So here's another voice that says organization is really important. And most of you, absolutely no problem with organization. And one of the things that I discovered when I was a student a long time ago was that when you're organizing, for example, an essay, if your organization is good and you really don't say very much, you will get a better score, a better grade, than if you have great ideas, but it's just a mess for the organization. And so I have found that to be true. Now, of course, the best case is to have really good ideas and good organization. And one of the reasons for that is that when you write or you plan something, it's a reflection of your thinking. But we cannot understand like how you're thinking, so that's why the organization helps us to understand you. So this is one of the reasons why it's so important. Now for the impromptu, a lot of you were kind of like, oh, wow, what am I going to say about this, okay? And I would feel exactly the same way. Is that the students who said, okay, I'm going to talk about 3 things. Okay. It's the same thing like for the TOEFL, the oral exam on the TOEFL, you think, oh, 3 things. So if you practice over and over again, saying, take a topic and then say 3 things about it, it goes back to, even though maybe they're not as strong points that you would make if you had more time to prepare. But you have the 3 things, and we go, oh, good organization. 1, 2, 3, example, example, example. Wow, great. Okay. So it's really important to think about the organization. But as I said, most of you did absolutely just fine for that. And one other thing is just about the, again, it's an organization thing. I think it's useful to have an outline slide, which most of you did. Because again, if you just have the topic, we think, okay, so what are they going to talk about with this topic? But if you say, this is what I'm going to talk about, we say, oh, okay, and we prepared our minds for this information that you're going to give us. And this makes it much easier for the audience. So that's all I want to say. I think you were really great. And you know, one other thing, just a personal note, one of the things that impresses me about the young people in Taiwan is that you really understand what's important, okay? Like your own value system and, you know, the value system, the values that we should have, and that knowledge is important and learning is important. And that always gives me faith in the future and also the future of Taiwan. So thank you.
We're really glad to have Professor Ruth Martin and Professor Hong here today. They really came a long way. So let's give them a big hand again. And now let's welcome Professor Hong to give our contestants some comments.
I should say good afternoon. Okay. First of all, I would like to thank Professor Zhou and also Professor Chen, and of course with all of you here for having me here today. I have tried to come down as concise words, to give this final comments here. But the first one, I would like to say, I am charged. Because of your psychology, your sociology, your education, your philosophy, and your survival skills. A lot of topic has been mentioned, and great ideas, and of course with the very research-based material, the contents. So I'm charged with a lot of tips and ideas, statistics. And so I'm thankful for that. Second word, I am inspired. Inspired by your, as I say, some great material that you prepare for your presentation. And you position this as the informative speech. Yes, I was informed. Well informed, I should say. I took down the notes over there, and I'll go back and then see if I can still retrieve some of the information. So therefore, I'm very thankful for that. The statistic, the tips, the strategies, and then I would also want to say inspired by these two very lovely moderators. Because did you notice that they are doing their best, try to maintain the flow and try to keep everybody focused and also entertain in a certain extent. So I'm very inspired by two lovely moderators. And thirdly, I would say I'm honored. First of all, I'm honored to witness such a great competitors from the university, from your university, from your speech class. And then, of course, we was talking about working with great professionals, Professor Zuo and Professor Chen, and also Professor Martin. And we worked together as 4 judges, try to give the best we can in terms of our evaluation. And so I'm honored to be here. And lastly, if you say, well, why don't I can give you some tips. But I'm sorry to say you probably will be disappointed because you're such great competitors. I don't have too much to say because absolutely this is one of the best competitions that I have been through. And so if there's anything that I would say it is about how you say it rather than what you say. Because the way how you say it definitely involves many important factors. Okay? First of all, I think that you can definitely look for the kind of enjoyment, the passion from your within. If you can find your passion, knowing where you are, it's called knowing more about yourself, your identity. The reason why we are here, basically, is informative speech and perhaps, very impromptu topics for us to engage. So, it is rather saying, how are you going to talk about, relate, the topics to the audience? So basically, you are catering to the audience needs. It's not actually what you say, but rather the way you express yourself. So I do look for the kind of passion in you and also the confidence that you demonstrate. So finally, I would like to say, just if there's any tip, I would say, just keep up with the good work. Thank you very much.
And I believe that the comments gave by Professor Hong and Professor Ruth Martin really helped the contestants and also every one of us today a lot in the future. Thank you again. And today's contest is really competitive. All the speeches are so remarkable that our judges really suffer a lot to decide the winners.
So after much deliberation, now we are going to announce the weighted result. First of all, the second runner-up goes to Mac. And Francis. Let's welcome Professor Peter Chen to present the awards. Thank you.
No, there's another one for Francis.
first runner-up goes to Joy and Coco. Let's welcome Professor Ruth Martin to present the awards. Thank you.
Last but not least, the champion of today's speech contest is Andrea. Congratulations. And let's welcome Professor Hong to present the prize.
Let us give our sincere gratitude to our 4 honorable judges and also to our outstanding contestants.
Thank you all for your participation this morning. Hope you have a nice day. And don't forget to receive your lunch at the back of the room. Thank you.
Thank you.